This is William Tincup, and we are at the isolved booth at SHRM 25 in San Diego. I have 3 guests, so this is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
We got 3 questions for 3 guests. We're going to go through this because we have a giveaway coming up that we got to get everybody to.
Oh, yeah.
So let's do superpowers first. We'll do them this way. So what is your HR superpower?
My HR superpower is actually doing the terminations for my clients. So I am the Terminator for my clients.
The Terminator.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay. First of all, genius. Second of all, George Clooney.
Yeah. Without the frequent flyer miles.
Yeah, no joke. But you bring, there's a humane way of doing this, right?
Correct.
Yeah. That's a lot of people. They're either scared to do it, or they get awkward, and it gets awkward, and they're just not humane. It's like, okay, put yourself in the other chair.
Correct.
And then now go through the same bit.
You have to have that empathy.
Have to.
You have to take the personal emotions out of it.
Yeah.
And let them process their emotions as you're delivering the message.
Yeah, because it's so really easy. It's like, hey, we have a packet. Let me give you a packet. Like, my life just changed.
Yeah.
I don't need a packet. I got to explain this to my wife when I get home.
I always tell myself, if I ever get comfortable doing it, then it's time for me to switch profession.
100%.
I should never be comfortable or excited to ever do that.
100%. 100%. That's true of so many things in life. If you don't have a little butterflies, a little anxiety, not a lot, but a little bit, you know you're doing it right. You know you're right. All right. Superpower.
All right. My HR superpower is creating structure from chaos.
Oh.
So I have done a lot of strategic HR, especially as a business partner. And I've had the opportunity of finding the bottlenecks and relieving the pressure. So I enjoy doing that and working with data.
There's so many people that are not good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got a job for life.
Yes.
Seriously. You ever on your off time, you ever studied chaos theory?
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, chaos theory for the listeners is there's structure in chaos.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look.
Yeah.
And you got to connect dots that you can't connect generally.
Right.
But there is structure within chaos.
Absolutely. I think of it as jazz.
Yeah.
A lot of different things happening at one time, but it all comes together to create the perfect song.
I love it. All righty. And your superpower, other than your glasses?
I put out fires. So in the workplace, I put out fires, and I do it by leading with empathy.
Yeah.
Yep. Very important.
What would be great is if you actually had a fire. It's a hat and like the uniform. And you're like just come into work one day, like people will look at you like, "What are you doing?" Putting out fires, baby. That's what I'm doing right here. That's great. Greatness. Great answers. Thank you so much. All right. Transcendent moment in your career. Okay. So a moment in which you knew you made a difference. It can be anywhere in your career. Doesn't matter.
So in HR, big part of our job is to protect the company. So main purpose is to protect the company. For me, if I can protect the company and help the employee at the same time, I feel like I won.
Yeah.
So the first time I did that and the employees in tears, it's just the visualization that both of those came together. And then I feel like I did my job. And then I put on my superhero.
100%.
Okay.
It's the advocating for both. That's so hard to balance that stuff out or to make them aligned.
Right.
Yeah. And
I would say, for me, it was getting comfortable, being uncomfortable, and being real, raw, and relatable. So I actually am very new to my job. I was one of the many people who were affected by layoffs from the government. I'd just gotten a job at NASA. I was working with USAID prior to that, and to kind of have the rug pulled from under you and still have to try to inspire others, encourage other people, because so many people are having this lived and shared experience. I would say that was the most transformative time in my career. I became your HR bestie on LinkedIn and just really tried encouraging other people through being transparent on my journey. And so you heard it here first, of course, that the tide has changed and we've risen above the storm. And And I just want to continue to encourage other people, HR professionals, to do the same.
Love it. And
My transformational moment was when my current generalist, so she knew my mentor, who passed away in 2018. And I was asked to come back to the company and fill her shoes. And my current generalist knew my mentor, and I am now her mentor. And so it's like the full circle opportunity where I started in my early entry career, and now I have moved up the ladder, and now I am training that next round of generation to
it's
fill
all the
shoes.
mistakes and all the things you're
The
making.
highs and lows, and
Yeah.
it's like
That's
things
cool.
I've done wrong, things I've done right.
Right.
How do we grow? How do we learn from it? And if I can teach her to do my job better,
Right.
I know I've fulfilled my job.
Absolutely.
That's at least half the battle. Recognizing when again, you throw something against a wall and you're like, oh yeah, it's going to be awesome. You throw it against the wall like, nope, that sucked. That was terrible. Whose idea was that? It's like then carrying that institutional knowledge forward
Right.
and letting people know like, hey, that might be a good idea. It's maybe the wrong time.
Yeah. I mean, Albert Einstein, I believe, said it best when he was talking about the light bulb. And, he tried 1,000 different ways to do it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily that he failed. It was just he found 1,000 ways not to do it.
Right.
And when his breakthrough came, hey, we got lights,
NASA actually did that in the 60s. They failed fast and celebrated failure with champagne and cake.
Yeah.
So
fail
when-
fast, fail forward.
So when they did, JFK said, we're going to put a person on the the moon, blah, blah, blah. So like if an engine blew up, like in Houston, an engine blew up, they literally went into the cafeteria, had a little cup of champagne, had a little cake, and went back out because, okay, that engine didn't work.
Yeah.
You got to fail fast, especially at that
Absolutely.
thing. All right, let's do the last one real quick. And it's when you hear the phrase people heroes, what comes to mind?
I think you're a champion for the people, a champion for greatness, because everyone has greatness inside of them. And so as that person who has the privilege and the honor of either reaching back and pulling others forward or encouraging people along their path as they rise, I think that's just the most notable thing about being a people hero.
I love that because it's like recognizing in others what they don't recognize themselves.
Yes.
Because we all have some form of body dysmorphia. And I think people have that in their careers. They can't see some of the things that they're great at. Alrighty. When we say people heroes, what comes to mind?
With people heroes, sorry, I was hearing the blackout next
Sorry.
to us.
You'll be all right.
I would say it is the leadership from underground.
Right.
So it's those leaders that are the heroes, the unsung heroes that don't necessarily have to be in that high-powered position,
Right.
but they support each other. They support and advocate for their teammates, for their boss, for their employees below them. They advocate all different levels.
Advocate. That's, I think, twice or three times we've heard that. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, advocate is 100% where I was going with it too.
Great minds think alike.
Right?
100%.
Being someone that's trustworthy. So I, especially in my career, I like to go out, walk the floor and get to know people so that I can have that human interaction and feel like they can trust me. So when they need to come to me, they
Right.
feel like comfortable enough
Yeah.
to do so. And then being able to advocate for those people when they need that.
I love that. I love that. Again, having a personal connection. We used to years ago call management by walking around. But so much of it is HR is thought of by a lot of employees as a no department, the police, all that type of stuff. So when you can actually put a positive face on that and they feel comfortable to then be vulnerable with you, tell you about some of the stuff that's going on in their life that you don't know about, I think
Bringing
that's
the human back to
Exactly.
human resources.
yeah.
Right.
Thank you so much. This has been wonderful, y'all. Need to get you on to your next thing. I appreciate all three of you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
And we're out.
Thank you.
All righty.